Howdy. What? The one in the fancy suit seemed to be calling the shots. Word of advice, though, if you ever catch up with him, watch out. The machine? Harmless, no matter what Trudy's... Was a prospector until I decided to settle here to get away from the ends. Nah. Means I poke through old buildings looking for work. Way I see it, salvage means it's broken. Near... Nope. Had a pretty good claim once, way out east by the river. Don't get me wrong, the NCR's got a lot of... Towns like Good Springs and Prim don't stay independent for long. Not if you've got something the NCR wants. They're slavers, led by a guy named... A couple of years ago, they tried to take over Hoover Dam, but the Legion's got its strength back and is getting ready for another round at the dam. We've been hearing stories about legionaries on the Nevada side. The dam powers a lot of New Vegas, and then there's all that clean water lying in Lake... Meat and hide, mostly. Can't put a pack on them. You can find a bunch of wild ones high up in the hills, but gotta be... Keep your gun handy if you go poking around some of the abandoned places.
Cheyenne, stay. Yeah, I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Meet me outside, behind... Everything all right? Well, let's just finish this first, all right? Now, see the sarsaparilla bottles on the fence there? Take this and try to hit a couple of them. That's the right idea. Look down the sight. Try crouching down and staying still. It'll help your aim. Nice shot. Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you came to me to... Tell you what. I gotta go chase geckos away from our water supply. Suit yourself. I'm heading back now. Hope I did. Hey, do me a favor. Trudy, she's the bar. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask. Hey there.
I'm done being nice. If you don't...
Hi there. Sticking around? Sure can. Take the... NCR patrols do a good job of keeping the highway clear, but I'd keep your... Off the road, you'll probably start running into hostile wild... Not in Good Springs, no. Most of what's in there is junk, but there's this old safe that even easy people... If you want to take a shot... Oh, I hunt geckos mostly. The meat's pretty good. I also help keep the town clear of rat scorpions and coyotes. Not many people live in good... Sure. Southeast of here is Prim. Can't miss it. Since it has the giant old... If you follow the road north, you'll eventually hit Sloan and Quarry Junction. I wouldn't head that direction if I were you, though. The new California Republic. Bunch of settlers and soldiers coming in from the... They can be right pushy, but the roads are safer because of them. Not that I gotta... Well, the wildlife for one thing.
Que jogo é esse?
Spotting locals for
É
another.
Fallout New Vegas.
Protecting their own. Just happens to help us.
Fallout.
They've been holding off this other
Eu tô um
group
tempão pra jogar esse jogo, só que eu sempre esqueço de jogar. E como o LoL hoje tá estressante, vou jogar um Fallout Series, né?
Got a funny name. Call themselves Caesar's... I hear rumors, that's about it. Supposedly they keep slaves, but maybe that's just something folks in the NCR cooked up. Around here, mostly coyotes and geckos. The geckos aren't too tough, but they've got a nasty bite. I've heard of... Stick to the roads when you can, and steer clear of the... If you want to...
Don't hand Ringo over soon. I'm going to get my...
Well, you've been causing quite a stir. Glad I finally got to meet you. Welcome to the Prospector Saloon. Looks like our little town got itself... About a week ago, this trader, Ringo, comes into town. Survivor of an attack. We figured he was just in shock, so we gave him a place to lie. He's holed up at... You mean murder him? That's not our way, even if Cobb is... Some of the others, like Sonny, will probably stand up for... Personally, I hope he sneaks out of town one night. Chain gangs, really. The NCR brought... Problem is, it turns out that giving Cobb was a big escape not too long ago. Some of them stuck... If you were able to get Ringo out of this mess, you'd have a decent reputation. Of course, helping Ringo would also make the powder gangers mad. And they've... Don't know why you'd want to do a thing like that. Yep, you'd get on their good side. He's a convict, just without the chains. Said his name was Cobb. Not much, other than they're a bunch of freeloaders who expected a few rounds on the house. Of course, one of the great cons did knock my radio to the floor, but... They were having some kind of argument about it, but it sounded like they came in from the north through Quarry Junction. That whole area is overrun with the kind of critters that just... Merchants avoid that whole stretch of I-15 like it's radioactive. I didn't hear exactly, but the fellow wants to get there and avoid the 15... Sure, the outside looks so... There'd be caps in it for you. I do like... I know that thing. Other than rolling around once, I don't know why it took an interest in you, but... It acts friendly enough, but I don't trust... It was here when I took over the saloon 7 years ago.
Vendas. Peraí, aumenta a sede. Whisky. Traz de Vault. Fishing pack. Trata médico, restaurar membro. Expressão de armas. Tem muito dinheiro, né?
Thanks. Mostly traders looking to buy bighorn or meat and hides. Most travelers heading south on the I-15 just... There's always something interesting going on. The new California Republic's got the most power and they do what they can to keep things safe in the region. But if you ask me, they're trying to do too much. I'm pretty sure the NCR wants to hold on to the dam. The Legion are a bunch of savages, though. No idea why they'd want the dam.
Legion.
Slavers, killers, and all other kinds of trouble. They dress... The rumor is that the Legion is far larger than the NCR lets on, and that it's...
Ringo. Onde ele foi?
sticking around Good Spring.
What do you want? He's some traitor who decided he'd rather shoot than pay the toll for being in our territory. He's hiding somewhere in town. Would serve these idiots right if me and my guy... It is now. Me and the rest of the guys busted out of the NCR. None of your damn business. Like I said. Same old shit that's been going on for years. Never been there since the NCR's got troops all over it. I've run with some tough gangs, but I gotta admit, I ain't saying I'm afraid. New California Republic. Nothing new. They've got troops all over the Mojave. But
Isso aqui que é pela cidade. Ele não tem como correr. Correr ali shift. Ô porra. Nossa, tem onde eu vou bugar. Eu já tô correndo aonde? Eu correr. É posto de gasolina. Ah, sempre erro o botão.
Howdy.
That's close enough. Sorry about the gun. We got off to a bad start. What say we start... Yeah, he doesn't look very tough, though. I hear he's afraid I'll have a much bigger problem once his friends show. My caravan was on the return. Not even a drop your weapons and hands up before the bullets started flying. I took a few of the bandits down before I ran. Oh, sorry. I thought Did you... Like I said, I'm gonna lay low for as long as I can, assuming the town doesn't throw me to the wall. We just end up sharing the same grave if it's just the... Start with sunny smiles. So what's going on? Try...
Hi there, sticking around. Say no more. Joe Cobb talks about leaving us alone if we hand over Ringo. However, between you, me, and Ringo, we aren't exactly... If you could convince Trudy to join us... I know Easy Pete's got a stock of dynamite somewhere. And check... Finally, there's a good chance we'll all end up with extra holes in us.
A silver tongue would help. I don't think give is in Chet's vocabulary. Easy.
So you're planning on taking on Joe Cobb? All the more...
Feio demais.
You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching. I've got plenty of supplies for sale. Even got... If you're hurting for caps, I've... Now just hold on. I never voted to take on the Powder Gangers. That's... Look. This again? Like I said, I'm against taking on the Powder Gang. If Ringo doesn't head out on his own, I think we... Don't mistake that for coward talk, though. We're a town of survivors. The leader was a new Vegas type. Typical city boy. The great cons normally stay in their own territory way up... They're tough sons of bitches. Mean, but not crazy. They'll leave you alone unless you got something they... The great cons deal in illegal chems. There's a good... Twice. Both times I drank a lot of liquor and lost most of my caps at the car. If you ever get to New Vegas, be sure to visit Gamora. It's the best casino. Word of advice. Behave. I'm afraid I don't know much myself. Mr. House... The other casinos follow Mr. House's rules. So I guess that makes him the leader. I think that robot who pulled you out of the dirt belongs to Mr. House.
Por que se juntar? Vamos só ali, tô lá que dá bom isso aqui.